What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and finally some of the smoke has cleared up in this situation between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Earlier this morning, Nicki Minaj appeared on Beats One Radio with Zane Lowe to clarify a lot of things because she had been missing for about 4 months because she wanted to be off social media and focus on her new album. And while there, she premiered her 2 singles, Chun-li and Barbie Tings. And she talked about a lot of things because there's a lot of controversy surrounding Nicki Minaj and, of course, the new female rapper that's been on the rise and that's dominating right now, Cardi B. She also talked about Meek Mill, him being locked up, how she felt being in between Drake and Meek Mill while they were beefing. You know, Lil Wayne called in, gave Nicki Minaj her props. Birdman called in, gave Nicki Minaj her props as well, and a bunch of various other things were talked about. But of course, a lot of people wanted to know if Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are actually cool, they don't have any beef with each other, or do they actually have beef with each other, or is it just a misunderstanding? And Nicki Minaj clarified quite a few things, but she didn't directly say she has issues with Cardi B. She just said she was upset with Cardi B for not giving her props. And I'm going to play sections of the audio interview for you guys where she talks about Cardi B. Only a few sections because copyright might strike this video if I play too much.
The only thing with Cardi that really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport came out. I remember, like, when I first came in the game, if a female of that stature had done a feature with me on it, I would only be, singing their praises and saying thank you. The first interview she did after Motorsport came out, it just really hurt me because she looked so aggravated and angry, and the only thing she kept saying was, "Oh, I didn't hear that verse. I didn't hear that verse. She changed her verse." Like, I was like, what? And so her most recent interview, Cardi, that's when I just came back on Instagram and I saw it and I felt good. I finally felt like she said something genuinely nice, about me. But with Motorsport, I kind of felt ambushed. I felt like Quavo at that time was like, Quavo is my baby. I love Quavo. And at the time I went on Twitter and I explained how Motorsport came about. And, people were saying that I was lying. So I texted Quavo and I said, hey, just, could you back me up on this? Because, I don't want people to think I'm lying. What do I have to lie about? And he didn't back me up. And, he texted me. He was like, I would go on Twitter and back you up if you were my girl. LOL. And that hurt because he's somebody, like, I love him, And when it was time to clear the air about that, no one did that. Everybody, all of them allowed me to look like I lied. And, even with the scheduling conflict, she's using my hairdresser now. So even he can attest to the fact, Tokyo, he knows that there really was a scheduling conflict and it was because of him. He's the one that couldn't show up. And I texted him, I said, that if I don't show up the day she's shooting, they're going to act like it's because I'm doing it to be mean. With the current Nicki hate train. And he wasn't able to come, he had something to do, and that's fine. So I had to shoot on another day. They all knew that. Especially if you're using my hairdresser now. He can attest to that. And you still did interviews and y'all all still jumped around that. And just to paint Nicki as the bad person so that you could play the victim. And that really hurt me. Because I really fully supported her. And up until this recent interview that she did, I had never seen her show me genuine love in an interview. And I could just imagine how many girls wish they could have been on a song with Nicki Minaj. And I mean, I'm not saying it in a cocky way, but like, yikes. I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I'm saying it like the first thing out of your mouth when someone asks you about a Nicki Minaj feature is, she changed her version. Excuse me? It's because of the Nicki hate parade that she felt the comfortability to address me in that manner.
As you can tell in the interview, Nicki Minaj is very upset about this whole situation. To me, really, it's a misunderstanding on both ends, on Nicki Minaj's end and on Cardi B's end. And this 100% reminds me of the LL Cool J versus Cannabis situation back in the late 90s. It isn't exactly the same, but it is over a simple line in a song that was taken the wrong way on both ends. And just today, the original version of Nicki Minaj's verse leaked online, and on the original version the lines are, "If Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi." And the version that's out right now, it's been out for a while, the Cardi part is replaced with Quavo instead. And now it's been revealed that when Cardi heard that original version with her name in it, she went to Atlantic Records and told them to tell Nicki to get her name off that verse. Apparently she felt very disrespected that her name was in that line. And when Nicki Minaj clarified this when the song came out, that it wasn't a diss and that, she had to change her verse regardless, Quavo wasn't backing her up. Nicki Minaj had asked Quavo, through text, "Can you back me up on Twitter?" Quavo said, "No, but if you were my girlfriend, I would," which is kind of weird. So this whole situation is just miscommunication, people taking things the wrong way, which was the same thing with LL Cool J and Cannabis. His borrow the mic on the arm line, that got misconstrued and all that. So I hope that doesn't happen in this situation, because I truly feel like more female MCs can be on top. It's a matter of paying homage too. A lot of females have an issue with that. They don't want to pay homage, or they don't want to, say, "Hey, I got this from this female MC." Nicki Minaj has paid homage to various artists that came before her, so it's never really been a problem for Nicki Minaj, but somehow she would end up beefing with them, like Lil' Kim, for example. Nicki also clarified the leaked song, at least the leaked snippet that came out yesterday on my previous video that I mentioned. She said that song was recorded for Drake's album and that was no shots at Cardi B or anyone. But yeah, leave a comment below. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that line was a diss towards Cardi B, or do you guys think Nicki Minaj was just showing respect to her? Also, do you guys think Cardi B should have paid more homage to Nicki Minaj or showed more love to Nicki Minaj in interviews? Because that's another thing that Nicki Minaj seems to be upset about. Nevertheless, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, if this escalates into a beef. Me personally, I like both artists. Nicki Minaj's Pink Print in 2013 was one of my favorite albums. Cardi B's new debut album is pretty good as well. So I'm a fan of both. I hope they can both just coexist, win, and not have to always be. Female MCs in hip-hop always seem to go against each other, and it's over some stupid stuff like not paying homage or some stupid little lines in a song. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. A link is in the description below. For just $1 a month or more, you can support this channel further. Like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news and much more, so definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.